Hello, good day, everyone. So, today's lesson is about email writing. I'd like to guide you on how to write your emails properly and professionally so that after you finish your course, you might as well be needed to submit an email to us to request for your documentation or for the employers who wanted to hire you and wanted to hear from you and see your emailing skills. So you have to learn the basics of email writing. Okay, so the first thing you should remember is that effective communication is very important in academic environments as well as in any workplace interaction. Okay, and so proper emailing etiquette is very important. Okay, whether you are reaching out to your instructor, classmates, or potential employers, your email communication is going to show how much respect and attention you give to the details. Okay, so if you have proper email etiquette, you will minimize the risk of misunderstanding. Okay, so the first and foremost that you need to remember is a proper subject line. So when you're creating your email, make sure that you have a proper subject line. Do not write your message on the to or CC or BCC area. You have to write your message on the message area and your subject on the subject line. Do not write your message on the subject line. Okay. So, as per experience, a lot of students, when they send an email to us, they're writing their message into the subject line. So, what is the subject line? This is a short number of words, like three or four number of words that talks about what you're going to talk about in your email, summarizes what you're going to talk about in the email. For example, question regarding the final exam format, or you just want to say thank you for the interview they have given you, or maybe you would like to inquire about the status of your application. Okay, so the proper ways to do that is to at least not more than 5 words in your subject line. So these are all what the recipient is going to expect that you're going to talk about in your email. So that is the purpose of your email basically. Okay? Right. So when you're writing your email, if you're going to see your Gmail like this in your Gmail, for example, you have your recipient, which is the email address of your receiver, and then you're going to type on the subject line the topic or that one which summarizes what you're going to talk about. For example, you want to thank that recipient for the interview, okay? Or perhaps you would want to say, you want to inquire about the application status that you have given through through to this recipient, okay? Also, you might as well ask for the inquiry on your application. So you can just simply write inquiry on my application, and then into the message area, that's where you're going to write your message, plus of course your signature block or your signature line below. And make sure that you're going to give your greetings. Do not just write directly what you want. You have to write your greeting starts with dear or hello or hi. As you know, dear is starting with a dear is more professional. Okay, you don't say hi or hello for people you're applying to. Okay, you do this with your friends or classmates or colleagues, but not with people you're applying to. And for your instructors or teachers, you don't say hi. You start always with dear because that's more professional. Okay, so that sets a tone for your relationship between you and the recipient. So you have to make sure that you choose the proper formal greetings when possible, as formal as possible. Okay, make sure as well that your message is very clear. Okay, make sure that you're clear with clarity, concise, direct to the point, and it has to be very effective by trying to see if your message is straight to the point. Okay, so to do that, you have to make sure that before you type your email, organize in your mind or in your thoughts, how am I going to write it? Or maybe I say first my greetings, and then perhaps I'm going to tell about the previous message that I have sent him. Let's say you will start with saying, I have sent you a message through your WhatsApp, or maybe you would say, I have sent my application before. So you have first to make a basis or of your previous conversation, okay? And then you don't include unnecessary information, because people who are checking the emails are very busy people. They want messages that are short, brief, concise. Okay, so you have to make sure that you organize your thoughts first before you type it. So you will have a plan on how you're going to write it. So you will follow the 3 C's of writing, which is clarity, conciseness, and correctness of your grammar. So mind your tone as well. Okay, that means your tone has to be striking a balance between formality as well as friendliness. Okay, do not be so formal, but not also be casual. Okay, just strike a balance between these two. So use formal tone in your academic writing when you're writing or emailing your instructor or people in your school. Avoid slang and offensive languages. Do not use your uh, the way you talk with your friends over chats, okay? Because those are slang, and we don't use words that are not appropriate. Be formal all the time. We don't use jargons, okay? Be mindful of your cultural nuances, okay? If it's appropriate to say um, Assalamu alaikum, especially in the Middle East. We're in the Middle East, so they always prefer being greeted with Assalamu alaikum rather than hi, okay? And that is more formal and more acceptable. Always remain courteous and respectful, okay, in your messages. So mind your tone. And in the three C's of writing, we have learned that your message has to be correct, clear, and also correct, clear, and concise. So when you say correct, it has to be grammatically correct. Okay, so before you hit send button after you type your message, you have to make sure that you already have proofread. So when you say proofread, that means you're going to check for mistakes of your email. So before you click your send button, you have to make sure that you read loud. Read loud your email so you can see if it's correct or not. Or maybe there are some mistakes. So you read your email before hitting the send, because you can no longer say, please ignore my first email, this is the correct email, etc. So we don't want that to happen, and so we proofread before we send our email. Use avoid things like abbreviations, okay, because sometimes abbreviations would not give the correct meaning or might misunderstood by the recipient. And don't use exclamation points overusingly, okay, and include obscure acronyms. Don't use acronyms that are not really understandable or it's jargon to the recipient, okay? And do not type in all capital letters, because all capital letters would mean that you are shouting, okay? So it means it's being disrespectful. So don't use or type your email in all capital letters, okay? And then finally, when you're going to close your email, you have to make sure that you are going to use the appropriate closing words like respectfully, kind regards, sincerely, or all the best, okay? So how are you going to do that? You have to make sure that at the end of your email, you're going to also um, make your signature line. After using your sincerely, respectfully, etc., you have to also use your signature line, okay? So this serves the purpose of that. So when they want to reply you, they can easily get your contact number in your signature line, as you can see here below, okay? So how are you going to do that? First, in your Gmail, if you're using your Gmail, you go to your settings on the upper right corner of your page, click on see all settings, then make sure you're on the general tab, scroll down until you reach the signature, okay? As you can see, I already have signatures here, so you can edit or create a new one if you like, and then you can type here your name, your position, you can change the colors, background colors, the font style, size, as you like, okay? And then of course you have to write here now your details like your email and your phone number, okay? You can change as well the font styles here, okay? You can you have some options here. As you can see, there are a lot of options that you can choose, something that would suit your taste, okay? But not too big, not too large as well, okay? And after hitting all those, preparing all your signature line details, you have to make sure that your settings is correct by scrolling down a bit, okay, and make sure that you go to for new emails. It has to be with the signature line or with my signature line if that's the signature line that you want to make, okay? And then click on save changes. So the moment you click on compose, all the signature line that you have created is already there, okay? All right, so I hope that helps. Now make sure that when you're also writing your email, you use appropriate formatting, and it is something that you use words that are easily going to be read, okay? Don't choose fonts that are so funny, especially when emailing. It has to be very formal. Use the standard font size of 10 to 12 and make sure that they are aligned to the left. Okay, and then you label attachments clearly. For example, if you're trying to attach meeting minutes, then you have to make sure that the document is named as meeting minutes plus the date. Okay, so always make sure that your proper formatting is considered. Okay, all right, so it's your turn, guys. You have to send me an email. Okay, create a topic. Choose a topic from the below that you have learned. For example, you want to say or thank somebody for the job interview. Okay, now send your email to me at instructorish@gmail.com, and I will provide a constructive feedback. I'm gonna point out your strength, and then I will offer suggestions for your improvement. Okay. All right. So I hope to see your email soon. Thank you for listening. And that's all for today. Have a nice day ahead. Bye.